Hey guys, I'm David, and you're watching Wrestling New WWE. So, with this week's Smackdown coming up, it's the Saturday night's main event and the last Smackdown before Evolution, where we're gonna see a bunch of big things happening. WWE has already made some stuff official. In today's video, I'm gonna talk about what we can expect in this Friday night Smackdown episode. Plus, which big WWE star has challenged Dean Ambrose. I want to tell you all about a match in WWE. So first, let's start with this week's Smackdown. WWE has officially announced 2 matches for this week's Smackdown. The first one is the Tag Team Championship match between Street Profits and White Sox. And the second one is R-Truth vs. Aleister Black. Let's first talk about the Street Profits and White Sox match. As you know, we saw these two teams face off 2 weeks ago on SmackDown. But the whole team interference was visible, which made this match end in chaos for us. But on this week's SmackDown, when the White Six are getting another opportunity, who knows, maybe this time we'll see something different and the White Six becoming the tag team champions. Now, talking about the match between Aleister Black and R-Truth, we've seen a lot between these two in the past few SmackDowns, and finally, their match is happening this week on SmackDown. So, it's possible that in this match we might get to see a bit of Damian Priest's role too. Like, either he interferes in this match or after the match, when Aleister Black is still attacking Earth, Damian Priest could come to save him. Then we'll see the start of the feud between Damian Priest and Aleister Black. Moving on, let's talk about 17-time world champion John Cena. The last time we saw John Cena was at Night of Champions, like I had already told you all. Now, John Cena is being advertised. What's happening is for the SmackDown on July 18th. So, at the next SmackDown, you all will get to see John Cena. But let me tell you, this month John Cena will only appear on the July 18th SmackDown. Because he's busy shooting a movie. That means the match he's supposed to have with Cody Rhodes for the undisputed title won't get much hype or build-up. Cody Rhodes will have to hype the match all by himself. And now, people don't want to see John Cena lose his title at SummerSlam anymore. Everyone wants a proper feud with the superstar who beats John Cena for the title. By the way, do you want to see John Cena lose his title at SummerSlam or not? Let me know in the comments below with a yes or no. Also, as for Saturday night's main event, we're going to see a match between Drew McIntyre and Riddle. And even though we saw Drew McIntyre's return on last week's SmackDown, Randy Orton got the win over him. But this week on SmackDown, we might see Drew McIntyre trying to get his revenge on Randy Orton. Also, this week we've got Saturday night's main event, and just a day later, Evolution is happening. WWE has already announced a bunch of big matches for it, but they haven't really hyped them up much yet. So this week's SmackDown could be WWE's last chance to build some hype, and we might get to see a lot from them. This week's SmackDown was all about the women's superstars and the men's Evolution getting the WWE hype. Moving on to the Bloodline 3.0, just like Solo Sikoa said, the Bloodline is strong again. Solo's got a championship now, and he's got a new enforcer in Dala Tadaga. Even Jey Uso and Fatu, who caused total chaos in WWE over the past year, can't stand up to them. And Jamiso seems to be helping them out in all this. It's about Jacob Fatu. So, it's possible that in this week's SmackDown, we might see someone else helping Jacob Fatu out. It could be someone named Jey Uso, but you all know he's currently feuding against Seth Thorne's team. And if WWE wants to bring in a new member to the Bloodline to support Jacob Fatu, it could be Jey Uso. That's why fans are already getting interested in the Bloodline storyline again. Let's see how WWE takes this forward. So guys, these were the things happening this week. You might catch it on SmackDown. But now, let's talk about which superstar has challenged Dean Ambrose to a match in WWE. The last time we talked about Dean Ambrose was around WrestleMania, and since then, there haven't been any updates about him. But finally, there's news because someone close to him has challenged him to a match in WWE. I can't remember if I've told you all this before or not, but it's Karrion Kross in WWE. They came because of Dean Ambrose, like Dean Ambrose was the one who gave Karrion Kross the contact for Triple H. After that, we saw him joining WWE. So, it's clear that Karrion Kross and Dean Ambrose have a really good relationship. Recently, Karrion Kross, who still has all the fan support, talked about Jon Moxley. First off, he says Jon is a huge superstar. He's faced guys like Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. But in the end, he says wherever Jon Moxley just wants to be happy. And he hopes to show up in WWE one day, which would be pretty amazing. He wants to finish his run against Dean Ambrose in WWE, ending things where they started. So, like us fans, we want to see Dean Ambrose back in WWE. But as we all know, Jon Moxley still has a year or two left on his AEW contract, so unless he breaks that, he probably won't be coming back anytime soon. If The Miz decides to come to WWE, you'll probably see him only after a year. And as you all know, if The Miz doesn't make up his mind this time, it'll be too late. Because all three superstars are almost 40 years old now, and they'll only be at their best for the next 5 years. After that, they'll be called legends in WWE. After that, WWE won't show any real storylines with them, they'll just use them as attractions, like they're doing with Jon right now. Cena Goldberg is doing it. So, let's see if the Dynamos finally decide to join WWE because everyone wants to see the Shield or Union before all three retire and to watch their triple threat match at WrestleMania. By the way, what do you think? Will we ever get to see the Shield or Union in WWE again or not? Let me know in the comments below with a yes or no. Also, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon next to it. Alright then. See you guys in the next.